you know, normally about this time a speaker comes out and says, oh, I'd like to thank so-and-so. We get introduced them during much the last 2 days. The heck with you. You don't know who we are, and you don't know who you are, then there's no sense or no help in this preacher. Get going right quick. We have a birthday today that has not been recognized. Governor-elect Vance, is your daughter here with you today? Yes, she is. Marilyn, would you please stand? Is this not your 16th birthday? Absolutely. So let's everybody sing happy birthday to Marilyn. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Marilyn. Happy birthday to you. You know, what a great day we've had today, and I guess what a great convention we've had. Yeah. It's an exciting time. Can you not say that this has been one of the greatest conventions that you've ever seen? And I'm sitting here thinking, you know, we get a kickoff from the man. Sid kicks this convention off. Mr. Service, the man that has wrapped his life in service and has brought service back to this association. What a truly great message that you gave us, Sid, and we thank you for taking your time and your effort and bringing Judy with you especially. Judy, thank you for bringing him. But now then we go from a kickoff message from Sid. It's telling us all about how we should be involved in the service, and then we get into our own F. Grindstaff, sitting down here. He's leading our new Hall of Fame members into their moment of time. And what a fantastic job you did, F, showing those people how we can march in and accept them and thank them for their service. We appreciate everything you've done there. And then all of a sudden, we think we're kind of going along pretty good. And then up pops, what's your name? Smith. Up pops past President Bill, stirring our hearts and stirring our minds and reminding us of the commitments that we made when we joined this association, reminding us that we need to do all the great things that we have committed to do. And of course, you brought your better half, 3/4. 3/4? And then, past President Jimmy, he comes today and he's leading our youth and helping them organize a plan of life, giving them the help that they will need to organize their life as they go about and coming forth and making this a greater place to live. But you know, the most of all is being able to spend time with the most wonderful people. The most wonderful people in the world. It's spending a weekend with family. And I consider each and every person in this room a family. The people that I've learned to love and spend a lifetime with. A lifetime? Well, that's a long time. But you know, when we all come down to it, time is one of the greatest assets that God has given us. The ability to spend time and use it wisely. And each of you, if you think back about the time that you've used this year and the years prior, you've used your time wisely because you've been in service to mankind. And that's what we all need to remember. And you know, and I wanted to express my feelings to you, to my family. Because when you stop and think about it, I've spent most of my life with you. You are my family. And I wanted to express my feelings, and I was trying to feel out how I might express my feelings, and I remembered a song by Jim Croce. And I'm going to ask Ed Croce to play the song by Jim Croce. I thought you were going to do this, Ed. You had timed that all right. Okay. Jim Croce wrote that song after learning of the birth of his son. And it's about a family. I want you to listen to the words, and that's the way I feel about each of you. Listen to the words of Jim Croce's song. If I could save time in a bottle, the first thing that I'd like to do is to save every day till eternity passes away, just to spend it with you. If I could make days last forever, if words could make wishes come true, I'd save every day like a treasure, and then again I'd spend it with you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do. Once you've looked, once you find them, I've looked around enough to know that you're the ones that I want to go through time with. If I had a box just for wishes and dreams that had never come true, that box would be empty, except for the memory of how they were answered by you. You're the men and the women in the family in my life that I just want to take a moment of personal privilege to say, all my dreams have come true because of the time that I've spent with you. And I look forward to spending even more time with you, but you are the very special, special people. My family, the Lions of Texas, those who have gone before us, and those who have yet to come. And we have two great friends of our state, especially friends of mine, Bill and Dave, Sid and Judy. Two individuals. I know a man that sits here beside me that told me once in a phone call, he said, I'm in for a penny, I'm in for a pound. I'm with you. That's the kind of friends that we develop, that are willing to give you of your heart and give you of their time. That's what Lionism is about. Family. As we search back in the experiences of our lives, each of us remember special times. And I do hope that this convention will be one of those special times in your life. One of those special moments in mine was meeting a young TJ and Juanita some 38 years ago. Those children he was pointing to over there, one of them was 2 years old. Then when you stop and think about that. Relationships are the backbone of Lionism. We might talk about service being the one greatest thing that we have going for us, but it is not. It is the relationships and the love and the hearts that we develop and the members that we have grown to hug and crawl and say, you are my brother and you are my sister. I heard Sid say that. That is a true fact. That is a true fact. You are the people that make Lionism. You are the people that it is not service. It's a love of one another. Supporting each other in all of our endeavors. That's what this association is about. Past District Governor Bob Fitzgerald, sitting right over here from Ada, Louisiana, once told me just not too long ago, today we stand with 1 foot in the past and 1 foot in the future. Now, as we go into the next 100 years, we as Lions must remember the truth, which we hold to be self-evident. Well, it's really not self-evident. It has to be taught over and over and explained each and every day. We today must carry that same thought that our founders started us in many years ago. I hear a lot of things about going into the next 100. Carl Sandburg once made a statement about a country, our country, when he said, "I see America not in the setting sun of a black night of despair ahead of us. I see America in the crimson light of a rising sun, fresh from the burning hand of God. I see great days ahead, great days of possibility to men and women of vision." And that is where we are in our journey as we go into this next 100 years. We're on a journey of service, and we must begin. Lions, you are on the threshold of even greater greatness than what you feel that we are in today. Our future is bright because of the individuals sitting in this room, because of the new leadership that is sitting there, in our new council, in our council that's sitting here, and our councils to come from each and every year. We have the brightest future. And I would tell you right now that we can look back and we can relive memories and we can talk about the past. But we must never forget those memories. We can't forget our memories because that is the foundation on which we have built this association. Those are the things that have made this association what it is today. And it is built. And as we stand on the shoulders of great leaders of the past, but they have just given us the height to be able to look into the future. Those individuals that we stand on their shoulders, they have just lifted us up where we can look to the future. Governors, governor-elects, governor-elect, future governors. You are the future. It's right here in this room. The leadership of Multiple District 2 is here. Lionism, the service to others, is a walk through life. And it's very seldom a run. And it's never a mad dash. It is a constant struggle, a steady course to prevail of where you're going. And that's what I'm urging each and every one of you. Do not get excited about, I have completed my year as a governor. No, you have not. You're just starting. Your life is just now starting to get into the service of those others that are in need. And I ask you, as you make that walk, and that new walk that's coming in, this next year, and the year after, and the year after, I ask you to make that walk, not to dream little dreams, but dream big, because only those dreams have the magic to stir the blood of men and women of the future. Don't dream little dreams. Think big. Take us into an even greater, brighter future with your dreams. And we can only, I don't know what those dreams are. Only you know what those dreams are. Because those dreams are you. It's only what you believe in that you take. You will take us into the future. It's no matter how large a dream you dream, it can be done. I'd like to tell you a little story about a gentleman named Oscar Schindler. Some of you might have heard of it. They made a movie about him. Schindler's List. Everybody remembers that movie? Yep. It's a true story. It was based on a Nazi businessman who came to the country of Poland to start his factory. And he was using Jewish labor in occupied Poland during World War II. And as the fate of the Jewish people became more clear as the war went on, Schindler turns his profit to human suffering. He changes his whole ideal from making profit to helping the individuals that are suffering. He uses his fortune to buy the lives of his workers by bribing the SS. And at the end of the film, the war is at the end. He is actually escaping because he's become a war criminal. He comes down and he goes to talk to his 1,000 workers that he has saved. If you're ready to get to it, there are 4 lists, but we're going to talk about this list. The 1,000 he has saved. And as he's speaking to those people, and he's speaking to them in tears, he says, if only I'd sold my car, I could have saved 6. I could have saved 6 lives by simply selling my car. And the one that brought my heart to tears is when he touched his lapel pin. He said, it's gold. If I'd have sold this pin, I could have saved 2 lives. He was reminiscing about how much more he could do. But then the thing that I find most interesting in that a prisoner hands him a ring. And on that ring is inscribed, whoever saves 1 life saves the world. Can you even begin to imagine how many lives you have saved? Because each of you that sit in this room, you have saved a life. You have moved an individual. It is only because of your action, as we do it jointly or we do it singularly. No matter how large this association gets, I don't care that we're 1,400,000 strong. Lionism is a personal business. It's only going to be what's in your heart. It's only going to be what you want it to be if we're going to succeed. Only 2 more. Yes, there's always more that we can do. And I'm not saying that I urge you to drop whatever we're doing now and continue to do more, because you are working to save that life, because you're working to save the world through your actions. But as long as that pin that you wear, called a Lions Club pin, has a 2-headed line on it, it's looking to the future. It's looking to your future. Your future. So we must always remember, as we go about our work in Lions, whoever saves 1 life saves the world. And you're saving the world. God bless you.
Amen. Past Director Joel, would you come up and help me, please? Most of the times when you travel around as a director, or past officer, you represent the international president. But tonight I am in a different role. I'm representing the chairman of our foundation, immediate past president, Dr. Yamada. And he wants to express his appreciation in a couple of very special ways. We talk about the Melvin Jones, oftentimes I've heard it referred to as the highest award that the foundation gives. Well, that's really incorrect. It's the highest recognition, and oftentimes it is given as an award, but it is purchased by a donation of $1,000, and a progressive just shows that you have supported our foundation and somebody wants to recognize your efforts. But actually there are only 2 awards, true awards, that can be bestowed by the foundation. And that's the Friends of Humanity and the Helping Hands. Now, Past Director Joel and his work as your multiple district LCF chair this year has done an outstanding job, and he is already a recipient of that second highest award that can be bestowed by the Foundation of the Helping Hands. But tonight, Dr. Yamada has asked me if I would recognize his efforts as the multiple district chair and the outstanding way that you all have responded to him in surpassing the goals in the past and how you've increased your donations. So Joel, please accept this plaque on behalf of Dr. Yamada and his deep appreciation for your service. And he also wants me to recognize another individual that obviously, after he has spoken so eloquently, is understandable why Dr. Yamada wants to recognize him also with a plaque and with his appreciation for all of his work over the many years. And this goes to you, Mike. The icing. The real thing is that Dr. Yamada is a very wise and intelligent man, and he pays attention. And he and I developed quite a relationship over the last several years. And he wanted to recognize Mike in other ways, because he said not only has he supported the foundation work for over 40 years, but if there is any lion who represents the true meaning of helping hands, it's Mike Butler. And one last one, because he recognizes the great work that the Lions of Texas have done. That you had your own disasters, but when there are disasters around the world, and when we had the floods come through North Carolina, no more than it happened, that Mike called me and he said, "Sid, what can the Lions of Texas do? We don't have to go through LCIF. You tell us what you need." And that's the way you all have been reaching out. And someone has been very instrumental in working with the Special Council here, and you've had a very successful year. But you've been together over 4 years under the directive and tutelage of a man also that exemplifies helping hands. TJ, if you please accept your helping hand. They are earned. God bless you both.
Amen.
The Lions of Texas created a museum a few years ago. And it's interesting, organizations that create a museum usually have two characteristics. They're proud of their past, and they want to honor the past and follow the past. But they're also optimistic about the future. So that's a good thing for our Lions organization to be. We created the museum, and we decided to fund it with the Ed Grindstaff Fellows. So Ed being from District 2A1, the members of District 2A1 came to me and said, "Are we contributing?" I said, "We sure like to." And they said, "Yes, we would." So the District 2A1 has made a $1,000 contribution to the museum in the name of Ed Grindstaff.
I also have the distinct honor of presenting a Texas Lions Museum Everett Ed J. Grindstaff Fellow Award to a Lion member that spends a lot of hours keeping the Council of Governors moving forward. A lot of things that this individual does behind the scenes that sometimes only council chairmen really get to know. But with a big heart, represents the Lions of Texas. The Council of Governors, along with the International Family of Texas, would like to present an Everett F. J. Grindstaff Fellow Award to Lion Sandy Berry. I'd like to call on District Governor Bill Smotherman from 2X1 for a very special presentation.
Now, fellow Lions, I want to tell you a very short story. A few weeks ago, I was visiting with one of my clients who was recently widowed. As I was getting to know her better, she mentioned to me that as a girl, she had been involved in Girl Scouts. From the time she was a brownie, all the way through high school. And she told me during that time, she loved being a Girl Scout, she loved serving. But the one thing she missed the most, she never got to go to camp. Her parents could not afford to send her to Girl Scout camp. Fast forward, she becomes a mother, a grandmother. And since that time, she has made it her mission to send her children, her grandchildren, and other children to camp, especially those she felt would benefit from that experience. As we sat and talked, I asked her if she would be interested in supporting a very special place that provides that camping experience for children with special needs, for children with special handicaps. Would she be interested in helping the Texas Lions Camp, which provides that experience at absolutely no cost to the camper and their parents? She looked at me and she says, "Well, that sounds kind of interesting. Let me think about it. Let me think about it." Well, Peggy and I were headed down here on Wednesday and I got a call. She said,
You're supposed to come by here and help me with a couple of things. Would you stop by the office when you come? I said, certainly. Would Lion James Browning, president of the Texas Lions Camp, and Lion John Eads, second vice president of the Lions Camp and a member of District 2X1 and a great mentor, please join me up here. James and John, it is with great pleasure that on behalf of the Stephen Sanders Charitable Trust, I present you with a check for $100,000.